Welcome, welcome, brothers and sisters. Ah, shit. Got to turn off the Bluetooth.
All right. Bluetooth is off. I got to put the gloves back on. It's 18 degrees. Hope you're well. I know your mind isn't, even those who say it is. Like the veterans in here, it isn't. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. My veterans in here, you're not happy with all this shit, but let's explain it. Hi, Nye. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Eggs. Let's start with eggs. Back at it again. Yes, Luca. Let me explain eggs. That's all I'm hearing about is eggs are up. $20 for this amount of eggs at Costco. This, what they're not telling you, and what most of you who are against the truth don't understand is there's constant bird flu going on. What does that mean? And I know this for a fact, not just because I'm a vegan. I used to kill birds. How? Years ago, well before I was a vegan. We would have bird flu all the time in Iowa, in Minnesota, in Illinois. And I worked for a company where we did temporary generators, power, heat, cooling, you name it. So we'd have, first of all, you have 20, 30,000 chickens in locked up, or if it's free range, so-called free range, they're just in a shed on top of each other. That's all. They're just not in cages. If it's a cage chicken or an egg farm, whether it's from your flesh or eggs, there's about 6 to 7 chickens in a little tiny crate. Not a dog crate, a tiny little crate. They're shoved in there. So when you have all these chickens in there that are shitting on each other, eating each other because they peck each other to death, when chickens are born, they cut off their beaks. Look it up. Look on my videos. If they're male chickens, they are not even a day old, a couple minutes old. They're sent into a blender, a macerator, and ground up. So you have all these chickens that are in a shed, and they're shot with antibiotics. They're hormonally modified to grow to slaughter in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. When I was a kid, 52, I'm 52 now, there was none of that. And it took about 3 to 4 months. And they were a quarter of the size. So just know that's what you're eating. So they're put into these sheds and all these diseases are going on. And then it goes from one chicken to another chicken, spreads throughout. So what do? They either suffocate them. Now there's a new product here invented in Illinois. Monsanto helped, where it's a foam that goes over them and it suffocates them. I used to send heaters. You'd raise the heat to about 200 degrees and they would all suffocate. These poor little chickens, these babies. So what happens is when they do this culling, not killing, but culling, that's a mass slaughter of animals, whether it's cows, chickens, goats, lambs, baby lambs. Lamb chops are, a month old, 2 month old lamb that you're eating the legs of. The leg of a lamb, the leg. So these diseases happen. So the eggs get thrown out. The eggs are, and also know this, chickens back in the day before they're always genetically modified. There's no such thing as a chicken or a cow or a pig in nature. It's all modified. Crossbred with jungle fowl, crossbred with an ox, crossbred with a wild boar to come up with the docile animals that we eat the flesh of. You eat the flesh of. People eat the flesh of and wear and torture for experiments. So trust me, I'll get to crypto in a minute. It's just all I'm hearing about is eggs. Good morning, Jess. So what happens when you kill all these birds? The cost of their product, their fecal matter, their period, which is what an egg is. It's menstruation that didn't get fertilized. The price goes up because you don't have all the birds to do that. Or maybe, at Purdue or whatever it may be, there was a mass culling of millions and hundreds of millions of birds, tens of millions of birds. And what happens is supply and demand. Morning. Be careful. There's a lot of slick spots. Okay. So that's why cost of eggs are up. It's not inflation. But we can get to inflation. Good morning, C90. Good morning. What are you doing? A double this and Discover Crypto? Hope you're doing well. So I just explained the cost of eggs there. Okay, and remember, it's all subsidized anyways. Everything you eat that is not a vegetable or grain is subsidized by the government to the tune of 40 billion. Inflation, the CPI data. So if you have any questions on that, why the cost of flesh products are up, ask me. I'm happy to answer. Maybe I won't be as long-winded, but they're all subsidized with your taxpayer dollars. But that's so you can have a $2 cheeseburger or $3 cheeseburger instead of a $100 cheeseburger, which is the actual price that you would be paying if the cow and the pig wasn't subsidized. Farmers actually lose money on every pig. They don't make money. Can you believe that? They're subsidized to take a loss. It's basically welfare. Animal farmers are nothing but welfare recipients. If you're a farmer, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You're on the welfare. You're part of the problem. You can become a veganic farmer or a crop farmer, which is not free of death. We kill, we do have to live. Vegan is about living as responsible as you can. But I have a cell phone. Look at, how many little kids in China made the cell phone I'm on? But when you do harvesting of crops, yes, animals are killed, squirrels and mice and all that. We're not perfect. Man, I was walking yesterday and slipping on the trail, and some person was just running past me. I don't know how you're stable. Yeah, I'm 52, and I just make it work. I'll go over here. I slipped a couple times when I just got done with my 5K, but it's all right. I know the weather's getting bad, so I got to get the workout in. I have to. So CPI data. I love you, C90, by the way. I hope your teeth are doing good. And I hope you're feeling good. Yes, I knew the CPI data was going to be up. I want to comment a couple things. I'm not braggadocious, but I will always, when I started this channel, I always said I would be truthful. And I appreciate you all who appreciate it. And to my new people listening to this, I appreciate subscribers are going up. That's lovely. One at a time. I'll take it. It's all good. I'm here to help. No shills. Ever. And I got a call last week to do a sponsor of a crypto project, and I said, not interested. Never. You'll never hear that from me. Only if it was one that I truly believed in. Hey, Pumice, I've been organic gardening for the last 3 to 4 years. Bless your heart. I'm about to start some seeds now. Me and my wife are discussing it today. We have all the seeds out, getting ready. You got to start it inside, especially here in Illinois. Look at this. Can you imagine? It's snowing. Can you imagine thinking of starting seeds right now? It'll be here before you know it. So when you hear all these crypto YouTubers, and this is, I'll rip. I don't care. George, for instance, or all these people saying, guys, you have all this to look forward to. It's going to be 4 interest rate cuts. It's going to be this and that. I've been saying all along, nothing is guaranteed. Data will determine where we go. I said 4 interest rate, even when Powell said we plan on doing, 3 interest rate cuts next year, but I knew that would change. It could change. And inflation is not ticking up because of the interest rate lowering he did. That is not it. No matter what anyone says, it is not it. It's due to inflation is inflation. It's going up. Food is going up. Supply chain is still screwed up, believe it or not, in certain areas. Eggs, like I just told you, food is way up. He should still be lowering interest rates because it is a double whammy. That's not going to push it up too much. We need investing in our country. We need these companies to invest. We need lending lower. We need you guys to be able to get a mortgage. You guys to be able to get homes. There's no homes right now to buy. You need to be able to get a car. What the fuck? The prices of cars are crazy. The loans for them are crazy. My daughter's boyfriend, just 6% loan for 7 years. Horrible. But I'm glad he got a car. Peace of mind. But all these guys saying you're guaranteed this, and George still with this crazy optimism, all he talks about is Bitcoin. Now I'm optimistic in one sense as well. I'm realistic of where we may go, but I will also touch on alts where we're going, in my opinion. But when you listen to this bullshit and Discover Crypto, I was just listening to them for 3 minutes and had to, bail out. I decided to do this. they'll tell you narrative stories. Oh, Cardano's doing this, XRP's doing this and that, just to keep you distracted of the reality of the market where we're at. Right now, we're in a bear market for altcoins. George will tell you, oh my God, look at XRP, we're in great shape. Look at where Cardano was. Look at Bitcoin. It's at $95,000. Yeah, awesome for those. But what about the people who bought XRP at $2.50? What about the people who bought Cardano at $1? What about the people, Bitcoin's out of it. We don't care. We care about Bitcoin, of course. But when you talk digital asset news, talking about you've been doing it wrong if you're underwater, that's not true. What about all the new projects that came out that you guys bought, like I bought on like DGen or whatever it may be? Trump coin, whatever it is, you're down on those. So when you listen to these crypto YouTubers push that optimism that you're doing it wrong and you need to rethink it, if you're down money, you're doing it wrong, they're wrong. When you're buying, to do it right, you buy in the bear market for sure. But when it goes up, you keep buying because you think the market sentiment is changing and the volume's up. So you jump in. You don't FOMO in, you jump in, you accumulate. You don't expect something to come out at 2 cents and then be down at a quarter of a penny. I can promise you those fucks are doing that as well. Not George, but Digital Asset News, all the boys at Discover Crypto. They're FOMOing in. They're buying these degenerate coins or these projects that they think will do well, right? What about the people who bought Ondo at almost $2? They're not doing well. Yes, we had this Ondo conference. It was amazing the other week. Amazing. Who gives a fuck? XRP case gets settled in the next week or so. If that happens, or next month, who cares? If we're in a bear market, it's not going to mean anything. If we're in this market, it is not going to mean anything for price appreciation. Why? There's no volume. There's no interest. We're interested, but most retail is on the sidelines. Do I think Bitcoin is the best investment in crypto? Of course. But who has 95K right now? Why would you buy it there? George is talking this morning that we'll never get below $100,000. What? Because if we get to $200,000, who's thinking of $200,000 Bitcoin right now? Are you? God damn, am I rambling? I'm in Illinois also. Check out the Platt Hill Nursery in Bloomingdale. Yeah, always there. But we do the Platt Hill mostly. My wife does in Algonquin, off of Randall Road. But yeah, the one in Bloomingdale is quite nice. But yeah, we do the Platt Hill in, our yard. You see it in the summertime. It's ridiculous. That's all our planting. Yeah, pumice. Gotta love Illinois, right, brother? Or sister? Or brother or sister? I don't know what pumice stands for. Eek, 60 months. My Discover starter pack portfolio isn't great on Ondo, Arrow. No, all down. They shouldn't be, C90. Guys, we have the greatest administration in the world for crypto we've ever had. They just had a freaking conference yesterday. First of all, the Senate conference with Jerome Powell, Elizabeth Warren, and Maxine Waters. Maxine was in the next one. Holy shit, should be tarred and feathered. They are just evil pieces of shit. Why? Elizabeth Warren actually was calling them, people out on like giving people answers to things. And no one called her back and called her out and said, well, what about your emails you were caught with to Gary Gensler at the SEC, giving him all the emails and the questions we were going to ask and asked if those were okay or we can revise them. Nobody calls that bitch out on anything. Excuse me. I'm passionate, baby. Yeah, I mean, the administration is incredible. How is the market not doing its thing? I can tell you people are buying Bitcoin, the investors, and they're waiting for some type of regulation, some type of go-ahead. This choke point 2.0 is unreal with the banks. Jerome Powell needs to go. I know he's trying to do the right thing. Right now, we need what I said, what's good for. He says the same. I want you to go back and listen to the beginning of every Jerome Powell conference for the last 3 years. We know this it's all the same shit. Price stability, labor market, blah, 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 is our first responsibility. We take this very seriously. And we know this we take into everyone account of the American people. Bullshit. That's bullshit. We'll deal with the inflation, lower rates. Why? Okay. because all of you fuckers like me who are in crypto and who are in equities will do better. It'll beat inflation. So inflation goes to 4% Crypto goes up 1,000%. Your 401k and your equities go up 1,000%. 14%. Let's say 14% conservatively. 10% conservatively. You still outbeat fucking inflation. Lower fucking rates. You're gonna hurt manufacturing. You think Trump's gonna let that happen? Not happening. Not gonna happen. Trump is gonna start raising hell because he believes in lower rates. I will say this, his tariffs and all that stuff didn't help anything, but I will, and this is inflation data is even without tariffs. So no way Powell is lowering rates. I am no Trump fan in regards to a human, but he has come in and has impressed the shit out of me. He did last time too, and then I fell to like, just couldn't stand what he was doing. But maybe not running for another term, or maybe he'll try to change the Constitution. He may just, he's being a bully right now, but I'm telling you, I like what I see in regards to certain things. I hate Elon Musk. I love what Doge is doing. I don't give a shit if it benefits Elon Musk. If it does, good. If he cuts, Elon was being cautious with what he was saying yesterday, but Trump was trying to push him to say more, and Elon wasn't. But about all the fraud they're finding. If it benefits Elon, I really don't care. If it benefits SpaceX and all that, I don't care. Just find the fraud. If he gets billions of dollars out of it, yet we cut $1 trillion. That's what Trump was saying. Elon was saying, billions, multiple billions. I believe it's going to be very high. And that's why the Democrats are trying to fight it. And I'm sure some Republicans are uneasy about it as well. But I truly believe that this is an amazing thing to audit our government, every little sector of it. I think it's great. Boy, I'm all over the place. It's the snow, brothers and sisters, and the caffeine. That being said, what to do in crypto? I think you have to be very careful. I have seen literally a couple $1 million wiped off out of my portfolio, and it is what it is, whatever. Do I wish I sold a couple weeks ago the majority of my stuff? Sure, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's my fault. I mean, I'm on here all the time saying I'm up this on Onyx coin, right? Something I bought at $0.25 penny. I was up hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, and I didn't sell. That's my fault. I'm an idiot. Because I thought things were going to change a little bit, and next thing you know, it'll be 10 cents. And it would have been, but no news is good news for crypto right now. So, do I capitulate? Never. I never sell at a loss unless it's going to be a tax write-off. I don't have enough that I've cashed out to have a tax write-off. It's the beginning of the year, so that's not even a consideration. Don't necessarily do as I do as I preach. I don't follow my own advice for many things in regards to selling. To me, in my head, it's too early to sell, but I got to change my strategy and be a little more cautious since we're in a different market than we have ever been in. I have to, I'm up a couple $100,000. I'm up $60,000. I need to sell it. I could let a little bit ride, but why? My head is like, okay, he's going to try to do something with capital gains taxes. Why? If I make $300,000 and I give half of it away, it's $150,000. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of money. It's the amount of time I've been in crypto. It's not to me. I don't want to give half of it away. So I'm kind of holding on to see what happens. And I also look at long-term capital gains, but it's kind of a stupid mentality. So I need to refocus if we ever get up again. But a lot of these things are not going to. People have to be patient. Alts have to break 1.5 trillion. Yeah, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, Pumice. Do you do stop loss while doing No, I don't do stop losses because I could. I could do that on Coinbase Pro and all that, but no, because I'm a holder. I'm not trading it. Yet I may. If it gets above where I bought a lot of these things, yes. And I'm up above water on many, many projects. It's just, I know a lot of you are not. And a lot of my portfolio isn't. like charts, but check out Crypto Crew. Okay, I'll check it out. No, it's not that I don't like charts. I just, don't. Dude, the charts have, meant nothing. I mean, I see all these people saying, oh, we're in this trend or that trend. I mean, none of the charts have worked out. But if it works for trading a lot, not all the time, 50% of the time I'm right, 100% of the time, right? Something like that. Yeah. Hey, we were all idiots, did the same, should have sold, made good on B3 yesterday. I was looking at B3. Nice, Jacob. Yeah, this is crypto. This is investing. The problem is, people get panicked and they sell off and go into, do you see bond yields today? Just immediately, boom. The NASDAQ, everything was just getting killed immediately. I'm not saying we won't bump back, but here's the problem. We are in a downward trend in regards to alts. There's too many of them. The downward trend is we go up, we go down 30%, we go up 5%, we go down 10%, we go up 3%, 5%, then we go down 20%, right? We're in that trend like we've been. Made a video yesterday about being in a bull market. The truth of the matter is Bitcoin, absolutely. Altcoins had a nice couple run-ups, but it is not, when you don't have a sustained run-up, that's not a bull market. It's actually a bear market for altcoins. When you have a month here, we started, you got to remember this, we're short-sighted humans. It's how we are. We only look, we forget about all the red when we're in green for one day. And we are, come on, let's be honest, we see the green and we think we're back a little bit or we're happy. Even though the green is below where we bought it, right? So we had a little run up last year. Before that, none at all, right? It's all been bear. It's all been down, down, down with FTX, all that shit. COVID and the war, all that stuff. Last year, January, February, March, April, trending up. Then getting our asses handed to us. Except for Bitcoin. It had down, up, down with the ETFs, Grayscale selling out, all that stuff. But nothing with alts. All bad, except for some AI stuff, except for Fetch and Injective, stuff like that. Sorry, it's getting really bad out here. And then we got killed for the rest of the whole, May on through November, election day. Then we had a couple weeks of serious uptrend. Serious projects being released, serious optimism, then gone from there. As soon as Trump took office, nothing but downward trend. That's not a bull market. When you only have a couple months, few months out of a cycle so far, that's not a bull market. It's not 100% bear. We're not at 30 billion volume, but we've had some weekends when we're like 60. So I'm trying to, set a little, I talk a little differently than anyone else you'll listen to because they need you there, all the usual stuff I always spew. I'm just telling you the truth as I see it. And I've been, in the market since the beginning. I've been doing this for over 30 years. If nothing is pushing anything up, Bitcoin goes between 92, 91,000, 103,000, 105,000, and then push down again. People are scalping that. The bigwigs are scalping Bitcoin. It's what they're doing. They're playing the game with 90-some thousand, and it'll go up to 100K. I'll sell it at 100K, 102K. I'll sell it at 102K. Buy it back at 94, 95. Boom, boom, boom. Rinse and repeat. It's a great method when you have tens of millions to play with. They keep making money all day long. But the alts, don't think that, there's this great manipulation of altcoins. It's not. They don't care about alts. People may manipulate some of them, the whales who own a ton, some of the smaller projects, sure. But if you think Ondo is being suppressed and XRP is being suppressed, so they, I always hear, don't let them take, sell your tokens, don't let them buy them from you. Well, you're telling me they're buying your tokens of XRP when there's 40 or 50 billion on the market circulating supply, they're buying yours? Are you serious? You guys don't actually believe that. Please don't believe that. Holy shit, it's getting cold. It's just not true. Nobody wants, they're not having any issues getting Bitcoin right now, but we're talking about alts. People say that about alts. Nice. I got a chocolate myself.
Oh, yeah?
He's got blastomycosis right now.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of that?
no.
It's a fungus.
Oh,
Kills most of them.
man.
They look like, that looks like it could be his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's fighting it. They get it. It's very common, excuse me, guys. Very common in Illinois. And it's becoming more and more common.
Slow you down.
It's a fungus. Oh, what a nice train.
Down.
Can I say hi real quick? Oh, no, it's okay.
As long as if she gets up on you, just turn your back on.
Okay. You're trying to train. You're trying to train. Gotcha. Oh, my lab's going to go crazy. I know. Yeah, mine's about like twice her size. So if she ever, I'm not saying this is going to happen. It's becoming very, very common. It's if she ever like stops eating, and
That'd be unusual.
it is the most, look it up. It's very common in Illinois and Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah.
How did they get it?
They don't know. It's a fungus. It's a fungus, and it could have got a leaf, your yard.
You get in their lungs or something?
Exactly. And it goes everywhere, testicles, you name it. And so he's not fixed, he's 5.
Okay.
But, and so we're just trying to save him. The first couple weeks is like live or die, the medicine, because they give him medicine, humans get it, and they die from it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it kind of starts in the log. So any coughing, anything like this, and he's won that battle. It started in around Christmas, and he's on his medicine probably forever. It's like $1,000 a month. But they're helping us out. Yeah. So the reason I'm telling you that is they smell everything.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, there's nothing you can do about it. It could be on your jacket.
Yeah.
It's messed up. Yours.
Well, hopefully that dog gets better.
He's working. It's up and down. Right now he got over the crazy hurdle.
Yeah.
But he's a fighter. They're fighters.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's her name?
Chloe.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
I'll let you please be careful. The sidewalk is brutal.
Is
It's
it?
like, yeah.
It's good when you get up to the asphalt. There's nothing.
It's a little better as you go. This is really bad. You'll get
Yeah.
better, but the grass is still okay.
Yeah. The asphalt up ahead is fine.
Okay.
There's no ice on there.
Be safe.
You too. Bye bye.
Take care of yourself. Bye, Chloe. Sorry, guys. Yeah, blastomycosis. That's what my dog has. Sorry. Where did I buy more? Dot. Oh, dude, you bought Dot. Lois. I'm hearing some shit about Dot. I got Dot, but blastomycosis. Yes, it's a fungus. That's what my dog Dakota has, but he's fighting it. It's a battle. He got over like the one part where, he's basically almost dying. The first like 3 weeks to a month is like whether they live or die, but he's fighting it good. I try to warn people who have labs just because they smell everything. Sorry about that. Yeah, Dot is Polka Dot and I have 20 other ones also. AVAX is my biggest. Yeah, I love AVAX. It's just right now, let me calm down a little bit and explain what I also think. I think we'll be okay. I just think right now we're kind of effed. Why? Because everything is bullshit and okay. The majority of big crypto investors are morons, but they have the money to be morons. And then you have capitulators. Then you have people like you all on this channel, and a lot of people who listen to, I rip on crypto YouTubers all the time, but the people listening to them, a lot of them are psychotic, right? What's this price? What's that price? But we're holding. The data, we're just data driven, yet we have an administration that is going to do all the right things, yet they still sell. It makes no sense. What should be happening is, take money out of equities. Fine, you want to sell off the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, put it in fucking crypto. What are they doing? A lot of them actually will put it into Bitcoin because that is a true hedge against inflation. It really is. Alts are not, but they should be. Right? When you take money out, you should be putting it in where something volatile. That's not what they want. They want to put it in bonds. They want to put it in all the safe shit. Why? Because a lot of these investment companies, you got to realize, have grandmas and grandpas and old money and conservative investors calling them up and going, sell, sell, sell. And what do? They put it into equities because they got to make their 4% a year or 5%. So they move money around. What's up, Rich? I'm freezing. Whoa, Dom. I just slipped big time. All right, let me get over here. What is up, Dom, across the sea? Yeah, but I hope you're well, brother. I do love AVAX. I do love Injective. But shit. Injective is a great price here, but how much more DCAing can I do, you know? Good. Glad you're good. Yeah, it's getting really slick. You know, nothing changes, though, with the fundamentals and everything. What's changing is people's brains. They're just not investing, you know, they're just irrational when it comes to crypto or equities. If we're just going to be data-driven, we're screwed. That's the problem, because this market has been waiting for two things. A better administration, a better SEC. We're getting that. Yet we're crashing all the time. So we have a great administration. We're going to have a great SEC. We're going to have a crypto committee, right? We're going to have a regulation coming. Everything positive on that front. It doesn't matter the Democrats are, you know, fighting against it. You know, Elizabeth Warren, Maxine Waters, all those criminals, you know, fighting against it. I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat, okay? But I always try to say that. I know you guys know. So it just doesn't make, it's irrational. Markets are irrational. You know, I've been in them forever. I was in the bond market, 30-year bond market for 10 years on the floor. Completely irrational. We need FOMO. Yeah, we need FOMO. We need. What has changed since the election day, which is the start of the peak, start of the rise? Nothing. It's only gotten better. Data's bad. Yes, tariffs are there. Just because it's tariffs, that's no reason to sell off crypto. It's a hedge. I know I said alts aren't a hedge, but it is. It's like in regards to inflation, it can beat it. But you have to be involved. You know, it's just everyone was excited that Harris wasn't going to be elected because she was not going to be pro-crypto. Gary Gensler wouldn't have left. So everything's in place. Yet the market doesn't follow. We're doing the same things, right, brothers and sisters? We are doing those same things. We're in it. We're buying more. If we buy more, we're careful, okay? Please. It's hard to recommend buying at these prices. You know, me, who I DCA all the time. I'm holding tight right now. We do need the FOMO, like you said. We do need the, you know, I think even, I mean, Bitcoin's got to get well above 100K and stay there. Trump has to really, like, start going crazy, laying off on the tariffs, which I don't think he will. Remember, he doesn't necessarily care about crypto. He's putting this stuff together. I will say, as I said in the first place, Trump didn't do us any favors by doing the meme coins. I know it wasn't his idea, the meme coin to him and Melania. Why? What do you think Maxine Waters, Elizabeth Warren were spewing yesterday? We don't think they have any power. They actually do. And they were spewing about that, his conflict of interest. And one thing they both do, they're both in different meetings. One was at a crypto meeting. The other was at the Fed meeting. Elizabeth Warren was at the Fed meeting. They're such dykes, sorry. And I don't mean that in a gay way. I mean that is like a fucking pathetic way. That didn't come out right. I apologize. They're just, I look at them and I hate liars. And they call Elon Musk co-president. Like it's a cute little, like they did it about 50 times. I tell you to go listen to it if you didn't listen to those two things yesterday. And of course, on the crypto committee thing, they had one guy who was totally shady. Why was Brian Armstrong not there? Why wasn't Brad Garlinghouse? These people like that, you know, are really working within, you know, the big players. Not sure. And Kraken was there and a few others, but I don't know. You're out of dry powder. Yes, good. Putting portions of paycheck in weekly. Please be careful in regards to, you can have the dry powder. Be careful about deploying it right now. Just be careful. I won't be able to like be comfortable with you losing money. XCN bag. Yeah, keep an eye on it. I would keep an eye on XCN. Just be careful. It is pretty cheap. I just, it's got a big supply. I think, look, if the market turns around, which it's not going to anytime soon, it's not. It's just not going to happen overnight. Even if it turns around, remember this. It's going to take a while for the alts that are way under to get back. And with, not saying it's not going to happen. It's got to happen. It has to happen for all of us. It has to. What is it going to take, though? It's going to take the volume. It's going to take the FOMO. It's going to take, like I said, Bitcoin really getting up there and staying. Otherwise, it won't. But note this, the more data, as long as we are predicated on what Jerome Powell does, on data, inflation data, and him lowering rates, which lowering rates is great. But if that's all we're relying on, we got a long year ahead of us, right? Everyone said this is going to be the year. It will not be the year if we don't change having to be ruled by interest rates and little FUD, tariffs. I mean, give me a break. Trump's going to use the power the way he needs to, rightly so. The market should not be getting destroyed over that. It just shouldn't. The market should be saying, okay, this is the way Trump rolls, and that's that. We're gonna make it work. Things will calm down, and there we go. Why would you sell off, crash crypto over some tariffs? It's crazy to me. You got a guy in power who's gonna do everything he can to make the. You think he's gonna be happy with the stock market crashing, people 401k crashing? As I said this morning, that's gonna fall on Trump. How do you guys find better fundamentals from loads of shitcoins? There are not, remember, the majority of things are shitcoins. Go in the top 20, top 30, and even the top 20 there's a lot of shit, I mean, the thing is doing the research. Don't worry about finding new projects now, more new projects. There's plenty there. The next new shiny toy, don't do it. The projects are there. Go with fundamentals, go with Ondo, my thought, AVAX, all those type of things. We got to stop looking for the, even me, the 100X, the 500X. We got to start chopping away the 10Xs when we can get them. That's not going to happen right now, but it will. So C90, I don't know if you're still here, but I saw a tweet this morning by Casey inquiring about BitBoy, that he's disappeared. Curious if you know anything about that. Maybe you're out. If you're out, that's cool. Wonder what's up with that. I had to look, see what that scammer's doing. She's worried about him offing himself. The BitBoy. I mean, I think he's taken down erased his Twitter. I think Algo is a good pick. Yeah, I think overall that might do well, Rich. I won't be jumping in that if you're not. I have some from years ago. I was going to buy more in the bear market. Probably should have, but there's so many to choose from. I do think it'll play out well. Look, I don't think if we get into a true bull market, which you'll see all my videos. I always say a true bull market. Why? Because we're not in one. That's why I always say a true bull market. If we get in one, things will do well. I don't think some projects are just gonna blow it out of the water if we get there. But because we're oversaturated, many won't. Many will just double, many will go down because money will come out of ones like DGen or something that I bought when it came out, right? I kept buying on the way down because I thought things were turning around. No. So I think there will be, look, I'm gonna keep doing videos. I'll try to go live here and there, but the way I see it, I just spill my truth, as you know. I have this channel for a couple reasons. Always go with that as well, to help. It's the only reason I started this channel. try to get, I think it'll be easier when people are more positive, including myself. I try to remain neutral, but just truthful. We have a great little community on here. One person I want you guys to be, I've done a video about it, Economic Ninja. He just came up on my radar. That guy, you got to check him out. He's a real Looney Tune. Tooting his own horn and thinks he like Ninja Nation. He calls himself Ninja. He likes to call myself Vegan Crypto, don't I? But watch out for him. He's a character. I think he knows what he's talking about. Then you find out he's just pushing a newsletter. He's pushing his memberships and his classes. So be careful. Stay strong. I'll be back. Comment. If you're new here, subscribe. You'll always get the truth from me. Hang in there. It's going to be all right. We just got some rough roads. We're used to it. We're toughened. Love y'all. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all later.